just triple time. I like you better, I like you better. You and I love is true, 'cause this is too great. I like you better, 너의 내일이라 부를래 더 뜨겁게.
Everyone wants to be the DPS hero, but in Aion 2 the war is won by the player who keeps the team standing. If you're playing Cleric, you aren't just a healer like in Aion 1 for instance. You're the team's lifeline, the master of action economy, and a surprisingly dangerous combatant. In this guide, we're cutting through the noise. We're breaking down the Cleric's kit, mastering the charge mechanics, and optimizing your build for the upcoming global launch. Let's dive in. Forget what you know about passive healers. The Aion 2 Cleric is all about rhythm. We use movable casting to stay out of danger and charge skills to maximize our output. Your playstyle loop is a constant weave between hot and dot skills, layering your shields as well and the defense skills just before the damage hits, and using every spare second to weave in damage. Okay, so I won't go over all skills. There are multiple guides around and probably some other content creators can explain better than me as they could be more experienced. But one thing I wanted to mention here. You have to know you have two charging skills. One is a heal, and one is a DPS. For a more efficient skill, instead of tapping the skill once, you hold the key down. This means the skill is charging and this increases its output. The heal one has an increased radius and efficiency if you hold the key down, and the DPS one more efficient. I would not stress about the passive skills which are here, apart from these four ones, which to be fair I find them very important from the beginning. You get points to these skills via Divanians and items later on. The Divanian system is structured around Divanian boards. As you level up starting at level 12, you gain access to these boards, which you can fill out with Divanian points to tailor your build. Nodes, customization. Each board contains different nodes. Grey nodes provide flat stat increase, like attack, defense. Green and blue nodes enhance your passive or active skills. Orange nodes grant unique special abilities or major bonuses like cooldown and cooldown reduction. Because the Divanian points are an investment, you should plan your path through the boards based on whether you are focusing on PvE, consistent damage sustain, or PvP, burst, control, and survival. So this is where you are going to enhance your passive skills via the Divanian points. So don't worry about too much at the beginning. Stigmas, important ones. I would use these for healing and PvP, and these ones for DPS. An important skill is also the dot. You have two dot skills, DPS, and a hot skill, which I would stress to use them whenever you have either in PvP or in PvE, in heal and in DPS. Use them as often as you can. You are very mobile. Almost all skills you cast and move while you do so. Alternate between hot and dot. Also be preemptive. When the boss is doing a big attack, use this skill which has a shield and defense. Don't use it anytime. So just make sure you are preemptives and you watch the boss fight. Okay, so let's look at your core toolkit. First, the most important heal is the Radiant Recovery. This is your bread and butter. Don't just tap it, as I said before, just hold it. This means you're charging the skill and it will increase the radius and efficiency. The second skill which I will use is Ustial Power, a Stigma. And stop using this reactively. This is your tactical shield, so watch the boss animation and you can time the burst damage that boss does on you, and you can negate almost entirely the damage of the group. And finally, the dot skill, the Earth Punishment, which has 30 seconds cooldown, or Voice of Doom, which has 1 minute cooldown. You can use them, both of them in the same time. I'll show you my Stigma setup for DPS. So these are very important dot skills which you can use in PvE, but in PvP as well as essential dots. Your build dictates your role. If you're pushing high-end PvE, your focus is pure rotating between DPS and healing. Healing power and MP efficiency are your gods. In PvP, the math changes. It's all about effective HP, defense, resistance, and timing. Look at this breakdown, save it, study it, and adjust your stigmas based on wherever you're heading into a dungeon or in PvP. Mastering the Cleric in Aion 2 is about control. You control the pace of the fight, you control the survival of your team, and you control the output of your party. But I want to hear from you. Are you planning to go for a pure support build, or are you going to push the Battle Cleric hybrid style? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dive as we prep for the September launch. I'll see you in the field. Bye bye.